Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Teton Basketball here on 660 Keys News Radio here in the Bakken and on B92.7 in Wahpeton. We're here ready for Mondac Conference action. It's the first day of conference, and it's a different buzz here in the Well as we're live from Williston, North Dakota, as the Tetons will be taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats. And the Wildcats coming into today with a record of 10-3 on the season, and currently on true away tests during the non-conference schedule. They were 0-2 during those contests, and they're currently on a 3-game winning streak. Their last game was back in December 14th. The Wildcats took on Iowa Central. They defeated Iowa Central at home 77-51 on the shoulders of Lauren Johnson, having 23 points for the Wildcats in their victory. The Tetons taking on the Wildcats here today. The Williston State Tetons are currently 4-12 on the season and currently 2-2 here at home and currently on a 1-game winning streak after defeating Northwest College, the Trappers, over in Powell, Wyoming, 73-72. It was a nail-biter down to the finish as the Trappers had 2 opportunities for layups to get the victory at the buzzer. The Tetons able to get a last-second rebound to seal the victory as the Tetons now have a record of 4-12 moving into conference play. Both teams 0-0 in the conference. I sat down with Coach Kai Herbal earlier today to discuss what it means for her team to have the first conference game here at home and also what her team will have to do against the 10-3 Wildcats here tonight to get the victory over North Dakota State College of Science. We'll have that interview coming up next for you here on 660 Keys News Radio here in the Bakken and over in Wahpeton on B92.7. We're back in 3 minutes.
Here with Coach Kai Herbal. Last Saturday, you faced off against Northwest College, the Trappers in Powell, Wyoming. Here with Coach Kai Herbal. Last Saturday, you faced off against Northwest College. Here with Coach Kai Herbal. Last Saturday.
Welcome back to Teton Basketball, the pregame show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. The Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats here in the well for conference action, as the Williston State Tetons coming in today with a record of 4-12 on the season, coming off a one-game winning streak after they defeated the Trappers from Powell, Wyoming's Northwest College 73-72. I sat down with Coach Kai Herbal and discussed the victory last Saturday and what our team will have to do here today against the Wildcats to get the victory as well.
Here with Coach Kai Herbal. Last Saturday, he faced off against Northwest College, the Trappers, in Powell, Wyoming. He got the victory 73-72. It came down to the wire in that one. What did you see in the difference in that game compared to the previous games, which you came up a little short?
Fighting and being persistent is that's something that we've kind of struggled with. Is when we get down, we kind of just stay down and we kind of just feel out that situation and stay with it. But that game, the girls kept pushing, they kept fighting together, they kept the charge going forward. We'd get back into tie game, and then we drop down by 9, get back to them and drop back down, and they just stayed they stayed with it, and they staying focused on wanting to get a win and taking care of business. That was really good to see, and them connecting together and pulling it through, as a team.
And that was the last non-conference game. We head into the conference season now here tonight. You have some sophomores on the team, but you also have a lot of key freshmen on the team that have not experienced a true conference game quite yet. What are you going to tell them and kind of get them in the mindset for this first conference game here tonight?
It's going to be physical. I mean, our conference is really physical. They get after it. They're in your face. Explaining to them, it's a different level of basketball, and being able to understand that we aren't going to get the calls. Things might not go our way, but we have to stay together and not get wrapped up in that, emotional, headstrong kind of a game. So just holding our ground and realizing it's going to be physical, but we're here to fight, trying to get them on the same page of this is where we came, all the work, all the adversity we went through, this is what it comes down to.
And then here tonight, you're facing off North Dakota State College of Science. They are currently the reigning champions of Region 9 or Region 13 as well here. So you're facing off against them here at home. What are you telling your team here defensively against this fast-paced Wildcats team?
We have to rebound. We're going to try and throw them off their game with their big post inside. We have to hit a person, we have to find a person, and we have to push back and grab every single rebound. We cannot have a huge rebound difference like we have in the past. And again, physicality is going to be a big part of it, is, locking down your person, staying one-on-one, and then, holding other people accountable and making sure that we're there to help, holding ourselves accountable. But if we can win the boards, I think we'll come out with a win in the end.
Sounds good. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
And that was Coach Kaya Herbal entering her third year as the head coach for the Lady Tetons. Also, assistant coach Jenna Bolstead entering her fourth year as an assistant coach. The head coach over for North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats, Thomas Dryberg. Also assistant coach Annie Scriba and Alyssa Rushton, also assistant coach for the Wildcats. Here today, we're honoring Hagen Elementary School, and the slogan here today is back the red, back the blue, and back the Tetons, as we show our support for all of our local firefighters and police department here in Williston, as the Williston State Tetons first conference game is getting ready to go. The Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats, here in Williston, North Dakota for Mondac Conference action. We'll be back with the starting lineups here on 660 Keys News Radio and also on B92.7 in Wahpeton after a word from our sponsors in 2.5 minutes.
To sing the national anthem, to salute the flag and our nation. Please rise, uncover, place your right hand over your heart, and stand at attention for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We're here live in Williston, North Dakota for Mondac Conference action, the first game of the conference season for both teams as the Williston State Lady Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science. And Williston State currently with a 4-12 record. The Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science currently with a 10-3 record on this season. As we turn now to the starting lineups, we'll start things off with the visiting team, the Wildcats. They'll be starting things off with a 5'9 sophomore from Crystal, Minnesota. And number 3, Lauren Johnson, who coming off that 23-point game against Iowa Central back on Friday, December 14th. Also starting here today will be a 6'3 sophomore, number 4, Olivia Bell. Also a 5'4 sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 5, Jolisa Ross. A 6'2 freshman, number 32, in Nikki Metcalf. And also starting things off from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the 5'8 sophomore, number 33, Taranay Lee. As the Wildcats will be in the red uniforms here today, white trim, black writing. They'll start things off in the first half, going right to left on your radio dial. As for the Lady Tetons, they'll be wearing the home white uniforms. And starting things off will be a 5'5 sophomore from Faith, South Dakota, number 11, in Shaylee Sheridan. Coming off a season high against the Trappers from Northwest College last Saturday, as Shaylee Sheridan had 17 points for the Tetons. Also starting things off will be a 5'4 freshman from Brampton, Ontario, and number 15, Akila Stewart. A 5'8 sophomore from Billings, Montana, number 21, Taylor Capel. A Medicine Lake, Montana native, a sophomore, 5'8", number 25 for the Tetons is Abby Dubner. 5'9 freshman from Glasgow, Montana, number 33, Jordan Kolzik, also getting the start here today for the Williston State Lady Tetons. The Tetons looking to start things off here against the Wildcats. Coach Kai Herbal talked about it in the pregame interview about rebounding will definitely be the point of emphasis in today's game, as Williston State's tallest starter here today will be Jordan Kolzik at 5'9". As for the Wildcats, their tallest player starting off in the center court right now is at 6'3", and that's Olivia Bell. Tetons and Wildcats, tip up is back. It's still loose in the middle of the court, rather, and referees are going to re-tip it back up. And so the Wildcats and the Tetons at their respective locations. Williston State will be going left to right on your radio dial. Ball is tipped into the front court for the Wildcats, and trying to save it back in bounds. It was Jolisa Ross, but her foot on the out-of-bounds line, so it'll be Teton basketball. And the Teton will have the possession arrow as well to start things off. So Williston State, Akila Stewart with the basketball, top of the key, dribbles over to the right wing side towards the three-point line, over to the right corner to Taylor Capel. Back up top of the key to Kolzik. Jab stepping with the left foot. Jordan Kolzik back over to Capel, right corner three on the way. Left it up short. Rebound control by Bell. Bell hand the ball off to Ross. Ross quickly down the court for the Wildcats, still knotted up at 0 apiece. 9:30 to go here in the first quarter. High right wing side is Ross. Gets a short corner right side. A shot is up for Metcalf, and it rattles on home. So Nikki Metcalf with the first buckets of the ball game as the Wildcats take a 2-0 lead. And to start things off, top of the key, Metcalf steals away from Kolzik, dribbles into her front court, pass over to Ross, left block. And Kolzik gets a hand on it. Ross will trap it back down behind the three-point line, high left wing side. And North Dakota State College of Science with the basketball. Straight away is Ross, dribbling with the left hand and lobs it down to the left block. Holding it up high is Bell, but stolen away by Capel. We're going to have a jump ball, though, as Taylor Capel and Bell were fighting for it over on the left block, and the jump ball arrow favoring Williston State, and it'll be Teton basketball. So 1 minute gone off the clock here in the first quarter here in Williston. The Tetons trailing the Wildcats 2-0 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 8:55 to go Left wing side, back over to the right wing side, over to Dubner. Joes with the right hand, gets all the way down to the right block, puts it up, blocked by Bell. Ross will track it down for the Wildcats, and she's looking to push it and gets it into the front court to Lee. Lee dribbles short corner left side, lost the handle, picked up by Stewart. Stewart working out one-on-one against Ross. Drives all the way down to the right block. Euro steps right to left around Ross. Lays up with the right hand off the window for two. Akila Stewart with a scoop and a score, tying it back up at 2-all. 8:25 to go, first quarter action. Ross with the ball, dribbling it calmly across the timeline. Over to the right wing side to Ross. Back over to the left wing side to Lee. Lee dribbles to the free throw line. Back over to Ross on the left wing. Stops. Will take a three now from the left wing. Left it up short. Rebound controlled by Kolzik. Kolzik will dribble it out. Now get it to a point guard. Shaylee Sheridan. Sheridan quickly over to Capel. Back over to left wing. Dubner for three. Over Bell off the right side of the rim. A rebound controlled by Ross on the right block. Ross will throw the ball all the way to the front court, but stolen away right to Taylor Capel with the interception. Capel drive all the way down the left block. Runs right into Ross. And an offensive foul. Ross was in position there over on the left block, and Taylor Capel ran right into her. That'll be an offensive foul on Taylor Capel. That'll be her first personal foul, team foul number 1 here of the first quarter. 7:50 to go here, first quarter action, still tied up at 2-all. Ross dribble hands off to Johnson. Johnson for the free throw line has it poked away. Now ball loose, goes all the way to the backcourt and lets it roll out of bounds. The last touch, they're going to say by the Wildcats. Metcalf had an opportunity to pick the ball up, but she thought it was off of the Tetons. Let the ball roll out of bounds. And the referees will say it's off of the Wildcats. So Williston State with the basketball. Sheridan inbounds to Capel. Capel puts it on the deck, lost it for a second, gets it back up top, key to Sheridan. Sheridan, 25 seconds on the shot clock, crosses right to left, gets the free throw line, puts it up, blocked by Johnson. And Johnson will go the other way with it. Has it poked away by Keela Stewart. Stewart with another steal, her second of the ball game. And the Tetons going back on the offensive side. Cross the timeline at the center logo here in the well. Tied up at 2-all, still with 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. Kolzik down low pass to Capel. Capel back out. Stewart left corner three up on the way off the back of the horn. Rebound long, controlled by Metcalf. Metcalf quickly down the court on the left wing side, picks up her dribble, gets to the point guard Ross, and the Wildcats will set up their offense. Over on the right wing side, Johnson will drive right baseline against Sheridan, kicks it back up to Bell, works it up top of the key to Lee, over to the left wing side to Ross. Ross lobbed down low to nobody, picked up by Kolzik. She was trying to get it down low to Metcalf, was way over Metcalf's head, and Kolzik will control it. Over to Sheridan. Sheridan kicks it to Dubner in the left corner. Dubner will drive left baseline, spin back to the middle, right hand hook shot over Bell, off the front of the rim, rebound Capel, second opportunity, bounces on home. Taylor Capel with the offensive board and the bucket. Williston State with their first lead of the ball game as they now lead it 4-2 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Right wing side, Ross with it, has it poked out of her hands. They're going to say last touch off of the thigh of Ross, and it'll be Teton basketball. Keila Stewart applying the pressure, high right wing side, creating the turnover, and it'll be Teton basketball. Substitutions now at Shaylee Sheridan, Jordan Kolzik out of the ball game. They'll take a seat. Gabrielle Capasso and also Kristen Gould, the leading scorer for the Tetons in the lineup. At the top, the key Stewart will dribble it around Ross, loses the handle. We're going to have a pushing foul. Getting over to the left block was Akila Stewart. She hit the hardwood, and that's going to be a push in the back call on Jaleesa Ross. That'll be her first personal foul. Team foul number 1 here of the first quarter. So 4-2, Williston State with that 2-point advantage. Gould inbounds the ball right to Stewart. Stewart stops from the free throw line, puts it up off the glass. Can't get it. Second opportunity, right hand layup. Blocked out of bounds by Lee. And it'll remain Teton basketball. 6:03 left here in the first quarter. 28 seconds left on the shot clock for Williston State. And the Tetons lead at 4-2 with the basketball. Dubner in the white jersey will clap the ball, lob it inside to Capasso. Capasso double team. She'll pick up her dribble up top of the key to Gould. Gould dribbling it, cross it right to left, gets it to Capel in the left corner. Capel back up top of the key to Capasso. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Over to the right wing side, Dubner will spin baseline, stop and pop. 18-footer on the way off the rim. Rebound controlled by Gould. Back out to Keila Stewart. Top of the key, Taylor Capel. Capel thought about a three, doesn't take it though. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And the referees are going to call time here as the ball did hit the rim on that Abby Dubner shot. So the shot clock did not reset on that though. And so they'll give the Tetons some more time on the shot clock. substitutions here. And coming into the ball game will be Abby Johnson. It looks like a whole line change here for the Wildcats. Abby Johnson now in. Also in the lineup is Justine Butler. Also in the lineup, number 20, Kate Carlson, and number 12, Emily Nielsen. And also in the lineup here as well will be number 23 in Balin Henderson. And at top of the key, dribbling with the right hand is Kristen Gould. Looks over the right wing side, gets over to Capasso. Capasso jab stepping with the left foot, looking down low. Ball above her head, looking for somebody. She finally gets it to Dubner. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Stewart on the right wing. She'll fake a three, dribble to the right corner. Now she'll take the three. Left it up short, hit the rim though, and rebound snatched down by Emily Nielsen in the backcourt. And we're going to have a foul in the backcourt as Akila Stewart is trying to apply full court pressure. Akila Stewart's going to be charged for a reach-in call, her first team foul, number 2 here of the first quarter. So Wildcats with the basketball, the Tetons with the lead though, 4-2. 5:13 remaining. We're almost halfway through the first quarter here. Back up top key, Nielsen with it. Kicks over to the right wing side to Butler. Butler back into the right corner. Back up top of the key, works it back over to Butler. In the left corner for three is Nielsen. Off the side of the rim, rebound long, controlled by Dubner. Dubner dribble with the right hand, cross the timeline, right wing side. Almost lost the handle, kicks over to Capel. Capel on the left wing, picks up her dribble, kicks up top of the key, Dubner. Thought about a three, doesn't take it though. Dribbles down, short corner right side, Keila Stewart. She'll take the three this time. Off the back of the horn, offensive rebound, Taylor Capel. Capel get it to Akila Stewart. Sets up the offense, crosses right to left, drives down Main Street, right hand layup off the window, bakes on home. Akila Stewart calls her own number and lays it up for two. The Tetons now leading it 6-2 on the American State Bank scoreboard. The Tetons with their largest lead, up by 4. Down low to the left block to Carlson. Pass over to the right block. Ball loose on the ground for Johnson. Puts it up blocked down low by Capasso. Back out right wing three for Butler. Left it up short. Rebound tipped back in bounds here by Carlson. And it's tracked down by Wooden. Wooden on the left wing looking down low. As she puts on the deck one time, kicks it back up top, key to Nielsen. Nielsen over to the right wing side to Johnson. Johnson kicks it over to the right corner to Butler. Butler back up top, key Wooden for three. But we're going to have a traveling call before the shot on Wooden. And it will be Teton basketball after the timeout. 6-2, Williston State with a 4-point advantage here in the well. 3:53 left to go here in the first quarter. We're back with more Teton basketball in 1 minute.
Come see the credit union difference. Become a valued member today at Western Cooperative Credit Union. Be sure to get your raffle tickets tonight to win the 16x20 Carson Wentz picture. They're located up by the ticket booth. $5 a ticket for your chance to win.
Welcome back to Teton basketball here on 660 Keys News Radio and also on KBMW B92.7 back in Wahpeton as the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science. And it's the Tetons with the lead 6-2. They have the basketball after the timeout. Kolzik in the right corner for three. The triple up off the rim. Rebound Wooden. Wooden gets the rebound. She's going coast to coast with it. Goes all the way down to the right block. Lays it up with the right hand and it bounces on home for two. Wooden with that defensive rebound just caught it and went with it, and the Tetons did not get back on defense in time as Wooden gets an easy deuce, and the Tetons now lead it by 2. Sheridan gets to the left block, down to the left elbow now to Capasso. Capasso drives all the way down to the left block, lays up with the right hand around Bell for 2. Gabrielle Capasso gets her first points of the ball game. And the Tetons back in the lead, 8-4 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 3:10 to go here in the first quarter. Right wing side, dribble handoff to Carlson on the left wing. Carlson will pass it back out to Butler. Butler will drive down Main Street right into Kristen Gould for an offensive foul. Kristen Gould was set up right in front of the hoop there. And right outside of the restricted area as Butler will pick up the offensive foul, her first, team's second foul here in the first quarter. And it'll be Teton basketball. Full court pressure as Akila Stewart's guarded full court by Nielsen. Akila Stewart drive to the left elbow, kicks it back out left wing to Capasso. Capasso puts on the deck, now picks up the dribble. Pass over to Gould is deflected by Wooden, but tracked back down by Gould near the half-court line and the scores table. Over to the left wing, back to Capasso. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Gould on the right wing. 7 seconds now. Gould put on the deck. Cross right to left. Drives down. Right-hand floater off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Carlson. Carlson will get it back to the point guard, Butler. Butler across the timeline at the center logo. The dribble handoff over to Carlson on the right wing. Dribbles with the left hand to the free throw line. Gets it back over to Wooden on the left wing. Dribbles to the right-hand side. Hands it back off now to Henderson. And ball loose on the ground, and we're going to have a foul on the loose ball, reach-in foul. That foul will go against Akila Stewart. That will be her second personal foul. So 2 quick fouls on Akila Stewart here in the first quarter, and she'll have to go to the bench, and Taylor Capel back in the lineup. Inbounding the ball here will be Ogitcha. Ogitcha gets it up top the key to Butler. Over to the right wing side. Lob down low to Carlson on the right block. Puts it up in traffic, and she's going to be fouled. She was double teamed by Kolzik and also Capasso down low. And that foul will go against Gabriela Capasso. That will be her first personal foul. Team foul number 3 here. Or rather, team foul number 4 in the first quarter. So at the charity stripe will be Kate Carlson. First opportunity is up, nothing but nylon, her first point of the ball game. The Tetons now lead it by 3, 8-5. As the elementary school kids here starting to make some noise in the bleachers. And Carlson's second opportunity on the way, and it rattles on home. 2-2 on that trip. And Wilson State with that 2-point advantage, 8-6. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sheridan high left wing side, guarded heavily by Nielsen. Pass up high right wing side to Capel. Capel drive short corner right side, back over to the right elbow to Capasso. Drives down lob to Kolzik overhead, picked up by Sheridan though. Over to Gould. She'll fake a 3, step back 3 on the way, gets it to go. Well, they're going to call a traveling violation on Kristen Gould. It was a great move if she was James Harden in the NBA, but not here in the well. The Tetons now trailing it here, leading it still by 2, 8-6 over the Wildcats. The Wildcats with an opportunity here to take the leader tied up. Carlson on the left block, puts it up in traffic, and going to be underneath the rim. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Capasso. Over to Sheridan. Sheridan to Gould in the left corner. Will cross right to left, drive left baseline. Kicks it back up top. Key to Sheridan. Sheridan will drive to the left elbow. Kick it back over to Gould. She'll take a 3 this time. Off the rim. Can't get that one to go, but rebound controlled by Butler. Wildcats kick it up to Wooden. Wooden on the right block. Lays it up in traffic and gets it to go. A transition button for Monique Wooden. And the tied up now 8-all with the Wildcats. Down low pass to Gould to Kolzik. Off her hand and out of bounds. So a turnover here by Williston State. And with 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter, we're all tied up at 8-all. North Dakota State College's Science with the basketball as they work it right to left on your radio dial. Over on the right wing side. Back up top of the key. They work it over the left wing side to Wooden. Wooden will drive left baseline against Dubner. Lost the handle. Out of bounds. Last touch here by Abby Dubner. And it'll be Wildcat basketball baseline left side. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Baseline left side is Nielsen. Kicks up top the key to Wooden. Wooden dribble with the right hand. Yo-yoing in. Waist level. Gives it up to Butler. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Wooden looking down low for Carlson. Doesn't get it though. Over to Owako for 3. Off the back of the horn. Rebound controlled by Dubner. Dubner has the ball. Gets it to Sheridan. About a 3-second differential shot clock and game clock. Goal on the left wing. Pass up top of the key. Sheridan wide open 3 on the way. Rattles out. Rebound Capasso. Second opportunity. Can't get it to go either. Rebound Carlson. Carlson fighting with Capel. And we're going to have a foul down low as that foul will go against Gabriela Capasso. Her second personal foul. And that'll be team foul number 5. So that should be 2 free throw shots here for the Wildcats. Not exactly sure who's going to be shooting here. It will be Kate Carlson. So Kate Carlson going back to the free throw line here. So far here in the first quarter. and she's the only one to shoot free throws. And she's back at it. She was a perfect 2 of 2 before. Referees will call time for a second. 18.3 seconds to go. First quarter action. It's 8-all. And Kate Carlson shooting bonus shots here from the free throw line after the Gabriela Capasso foul. Kate Carlson, first opportunity is on the way, and it's good. Now a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and she gives the Wildcats the lead at 9-8. Second opportunity is up on the way, and it bounces on home. 2 of 2 on that trip. 10-8, Wildcats with the lead. 15 seconds to go. First quarter action here from Williston, North Dakota. Sheridan with the basketball. The Tetons over to Dubner. Dubner drives short corner right side, puts it up in traffic, left it up way short. Rebound Wooden. Wooden looking going coast to coast. She'll get over to the left side, laying up with the left hand is Ogitcha. Can't get it to go. Rebound Capasso. And that is how the quarter will end. So the Williston State Tetons will head into the second quarter down by 2, 10-8. We'll have the second quarter coming up next for you right here on 660 Keys News Radio and B92.7 in 1 minute.
With locations in Williston, Dickinson, Hebron, Beach, Manhattan, Reading, and now Tioga. Here to serve all your financial needs. People helping people. That's the Western Cooperative
Ever seen
Credit
Wolf of
Union.
Wall Street? You ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? No?
Elementary School.
Oh, dude, you gotta see this. He goes, oh. It's classic, dude. You never seen it? Dude, you gotta watch it. It's like a great movie. It's great. It's inspirational, funny, pretty messy, but it's fun. It's a good one.
Welcome back to Williston, North Dakota. The Tetons trailing the Wildcats 10-8 on the first game of our doubleheader here today, and also the first game of Mondac Conference here in Williston. As the Williston State Tetons will be on the defensive side of things, the Wildcats in the away red uniforms here will have the basketball to start things off here in the second quarter. Wooden with it, top of the key, she'll drive down, short corner right side, get around Capel, lay it up with the right hand, and it bounces on home. Wooden already has 6 points in the contest, and she averages 7 points a game, and that's giving the Wildcats their largest lead of the game. They're up by 4. Capel, short corner right side, puts it up, nothing but nylon. Taylor Capel, mid-range assassin, gets it to go. The Tetons now down by 2, 12-10. The Wildcats with the lead, 9:22 to go in the second quarter. Wooden dribbles to the right elbow, kicks it back out. Right wing 3 for Nielsen on the way. Left it up long. Carlson tips it back in bounds right to the hands of Dubner. Dubner over to Sheridan. Sheridan quickly down the court. Over to the left wing. Gets it to Gould. Gould thought about a 3. Doesn't take it though. Now puts it on the deck. Gould dribbling with the right hand. Lob down low to Capasso. Capasso had on her hands. Has to save it back in bounds. Saves it right over to the Wildcat bench. And it goes out of bounds. And it's OB Teton basketball here. Or rather, Wildcat basketball. Some substitutions for the Tetons. Gabrielle Capasso will check out. Also, Jordan Kolzik will check out. Louisa Pop in the lineup. And also back in will be Abby Dubner. Lob down low for Carlson. Carlson pass over to the right block is way out of the reach of Emma Nielsen. And a turnover by the Wildcats. It'll be Teton basketball. As they try to go left block to right block, just a miscommunication there by the Wildcats. And Williston State will have the attack. Sheridan drives down, pass up top of the key to Pop, back over to the right wing side, short corner right side to Sheridan. Sheridan takes 2 dribbles, back up top of the key to Gould. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gould kick it over to Sheridan in the right corner. Sheridan looking down low, pass to Pop in traffic, deflected out of bounds. Last touch here by Louisa Pop. And it'll be Wildcat basketball. A timeout taken by Coach Kai Herbal. We'll take a timeout as well. 12-10. The Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science with the lead. And the Tetons will take a timeout. We're back with more second quarter action in 1 minute. 12-10, the Wildcats with the lead here. Second quarter action, 8:10 to go here in the second quarter. Over in the right corner is Wooden. After the timeout, the Wildcats have the basketball. Ball tipped by Capel, but tracked back down by Ogitcha. Gets over to Wooden. Wooden will drive right baseline, pass over to Carlson. Off her hands, picked up by Ross. Puts it up at the buzzer of the shot clock. Can't get it to go, but rebound Wooden. Wooden's second opportunity is up off the window and good. Wooden now with a team-high 8 points. And the Tetons trail by 4, 14-10. Sheridan, right-hand floater off the front of the rim. One and done here for the Tetons. Wooden gets the rebound. Oh, quickly over to Ogitcha. And Ogitcha ran right into Abby Dubner. And an offensive foul on Ogitcha. That'll be her first personal foul. Team foul number 1 here of the second quarter. Keela Stewart will check into the ball game here. She'll have to be careful, though. She has those 2 personal fouls. The Tetons down by 4. Shaylee Sheridan will head over to the water cooler. Keela Stewart with the basketball high right wing side, dribbling it with the right hand, gets it over to Kolzik on the left wing. Kolzik jab stepping, passes over to Pop. Pop will catch and fire it. Nothing but nylon. Louisa Pop checked into the ball game, gets her first bucket of the game, and the Tetons down by 2, 14-12. 7:14 to go here in the second quarter. Right corner is Ross. Passes it up top of the key to Lee. Lee works it to Ross. Ross down low to Carlson. Carlson back against the hoop. Passes out of it. Straight away Johnson for 3. Left it up short. Rebound controlled in the right corner. Finally controlled by Jordan Kolzik. She'll pass over to Pop. Pop to Dubner. Dubner across the timeline. High right wing side. Pick up her own dribble. Over to Pop. Pop to the point guard Stewart. Stewart will set up the offense. Over to the right wing side to Dubner. Dubner has the ball overhead. Skip pass to Kolzik. Kolzik squares up. Fires it. A long 2 off the back of the horn. Rebound Taylor Capel. Capel set up the offense again. Shot clock back up to 30. And Dubner on the left wing. Over to Pop. Out of her reach, but she tracks it back down near the sideline. She drives out of the right block. Lays it up in traffic off the back of the horn. And an offensive foul as she ran right into Lee down low. And Louisa Pop will pick up her first personal foul. Kind of a late whistle there on the offensive foul. And that'll be team foul number 1. 14-12, the Wildcats with the lead and the basketball. Over on the right wing side is Johnson. Johnson dribbles with the left hand, gets the free throw line. Over to Lee on the left wing. Lee will drive to the free throw line now. Back over to Ross on the left wing. Ross will dribble to the right hand, to the right elbow. Kick it back over the right wing to Johnson. Back over to Lee. Lee will dribble with the left hand down the left block. Right hand floater off the window, off the rim. Rebound controlled by Dubner. Dubner to Stewart. Stewart up to Capel. Capel dribbles down. Kicks it back out. Stewart for 3. Wide open. Off the rim. Can't get it to fall. Rebound controlled underneath the hoop by Bell. Bell outlet the ball over to Ross. The Wildcats on the attack. Ross will drive all the way down. Flicks up a wild shot. But she was fouled in the act of shooting as she hit the hardwood. Coming over there was Abby Dubner. They're actually going to say on the ground. That foul will actually go against Jordan Kolzik. That'll be her first personal foul. And team foul number 2 here of the second quarter. Over on the right elbow, squaring up is McCaff, but she traveled with it after the inbounds pass, so it'll be Teton basketball. Wilson State with an opportunity here on the offensive side to either tie it up or get the lead. On the court for the Tetons, Abby Dubner, Keela Stewart, Taylor Capel, Jordan Kolzik, and Louisa Pop. Stewart will drive all the way down, kick it into the right corner. Capel for 3 on the way. Off the back of the horn, rebound tipped around, controlled by Ross. Ross and the Wildcats dribbling with the left hand across the timeline, looking to push the pace as the tempo starts to pick up here. Over the left side, Lee will work on screen set by McCaff. Lee down low pass to McCaff, goes between traffic, touched by nobody, and goes out of bounds. So another turnover here by the Wildcats and a substitution. Checking out of the ball game will be Jolisa Ross. Checking back into the ball game will be Justine Butler for the Wildcats. Keela Stewart across the timeline at the center circle. Gets over to Pop. High left wing side. Up top, the key to Dubner. Dubner jab stepping with the right foot. Working against Butler. Now she'll put down the deck one time. Over to Kolzik. Short corner left side. Kolzik skip passes Stewart right wing. She'll try the right wing this time. Nothing but nylon. She says the left wasn't right. The right's just right. Knocks down the triple. 15-14. The Tetons up by 1. 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. On the right wing side is Johnson. Jab stepping. She'll take it with the left hand to the left elbow. Over to left wing to Lee. Lee will dribble to the elbow now. Back over to the left wing to Butler. Drive left baseline, working against Stewart. And they're going to call a blocking call on Akila Stewart. That will be her third personal foul. So she'll have to get checked out of the ball game here, which is very unfortunate for the Tetons, as she is the leading scorer here so far in the ball game with 7 points. So Akila Stewart and Abby Dubner will both get checked out of the game. Checking back in is Gabrielle Capasso and Shaylee Sheridan. A foul down low as they got it to McCaff over on the right block. And that foul will go against Louisa Pop. That'll be team foul number 4. Louisa Pop just picked up her second personal foul. A down low pass to Ross. The ball loose. She has to dive after it. We're going to have a tug of war call down low. Rather a timeout. On the ground with it was Lauren Johnson. Called the timeout. We'll step aside with the Wildcats. The Tetons leading by 1, 15-14. We're back in 30 seconds.
Be sure to see Hunter up by the ticket booth. He's selling raffle tickets 4 times. Raffle drawing. You can win a Carson Wentz signed 16x20 photo. Again, he's up by the ticket booth. Tickets are $5. We will draw the winner at halftime of the men's game.
(15-14), the Williston State Tetons in the lead by 1 over North Dakota State College of Science. And after the timeout, it will be Wildcats basketball. Baseline right side, inbound of the ball is Johnson. Lobs it over to McCaff. McCaff over to the left wing side. She'll get over to Bell. Bell over to the left wing to Lee. Back up top, the key to Johnson. Thought about a 3, doesn't take it though. A dribble handoff to McCaff. McCaff dribbles with the left hand, hands it off to Butler. Butler dribbles to the right elbow, hands it off to Lee. Lee, middle of the lane, stop and pop with the left hand off the side of the rim. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Butler. Second opportunity underneath the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebound loose, picked up by Lee at the 3-point line. She'll set up the offense. Dribble handoff on the left wing side to McCaff. Picks up her dribble. Back over to Johnson. Johnson will drive down the right block. Get blocked down low, but in the act of shooting, they're going to say a foul call on Shaylee Sheridan. Got caught with her hand in the cookie jar there as she tried to go up for the block. And Shaylee Sheridan just picked up her first personal foul. And that'll be team foul number 5 on the Tetons. So the Wildcats for the next 4:03 here in the second quarter will be in bonus. At the free throw line, shooting 2 is Johnson. First one is up and in. Her first point of the ball game. And she is one of the leading scorers for the Wildcats, averaging 11 points a game. She now has just 1. Louisa Pop will check out for the Tetons. Checking back in is Kristen Gould. Second opportunity for Johnson off the back of the horn. Rebound long, controlled by Lee though. Second opportunity up off the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by Kolzik. Kolzik tried to pass out of it, hit the hardwood, and the ball got deflected back to her as she was swarmed by 3 Wildcat defenders, and it bounced off of her leg and out of bounds. So it'll be Wildcat basketball again, all tied up at 15 all. Short corner left side, Lee gets over to Butler. Short corner right side. Lee Jones with the left hand up top, the key. Butler directed traffic with the right hand, dribble with the left. Hands off to Lee. Lee pass down low is kicked by Taylor Capel. And it will remain Wildcat basketball. 3:46 to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. We're all knotted up at 15 all. 3:46 to go. Into the right corner for 3. On the way for Johnson. Nothing but net. Their first 3 of the game. And that is Abby Johnson for the Wildcats, knocking it on home. 18-15, a 3-point advantage for the Wildcats. Up top, the key is Shaylee Sheridan. Dribbles over to the right wing side. Picks up her dribble, guarded heavily here. Passes right to the hand of Johnson, but picked up by Capel. Capel over to Gould. The Gould directed traffic, now puts on the deck with the left hand. Dribbles back out by the 3-point line. Crosses left to right, drives on left block. Left hand scoop shot is up off the rim. Rebound Capasso. Second opportunity blocked down low by Butler. And controlled down low by Lee. Lee on the attack. Drives down middle lane. Pass over the left block to McCaff. Puts it up and in. Wide open on the left block as the Tetons double teamed Lee there. McCaff was open, and Lee with the state of mind to find her down low. 20-15. Sheridan right-hand floater, left it up short. Rebound Butler. Butler has the ball in the backcourt. Across the timeline, high right wing side is Butler, slowing it down now, setting up the offense. 2:40 to go, 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Wildcats up by 5. Driving all the way down to the right block is Johnson. Lays up with the right hand off the window and in. A quick 7-0 run here by the Wildcats as they now lead it 22-15. Capel in the right corner, skip past the goal in the left wing. Thought about a three, doesn't take it. Now calling out for a screen. Go across right to left, drive down, pass over to the right block to Capel. Puts it up in traffic, hard off the backboard. Rebound control by McCaff. McCaff will hand it off to Abby Johnson. Johnson kicks over to short corner left side to the other Johnson, Lauren Johnson, and lost the handle, picked up by Capasso. Capasso looking to push it, drives all the way down the left block, puts it up over Lee, but blocked out of bounds by Lee. And it'll be Wildcat basketball. Substitutions here now as Abby Dubner will check in. Also checking in is Kawana Diaz dos Santos. Kristen Gould and Gabrielle Capasso will check out. Baseline left side, Shaylee Sheridan to inbound the ball. The Tetons down by 7. Largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Lob inside to Dubner's deflected, controlled by Kawana Diaz dos Santos. Straight away, Dubner pass down low to Kolzik is deflected by Butler, but we're going to have a foul call as Kolzik was posted up down low against Butler. That will be Justine Butler's second personal foul, and team foul number 2 as well. Substitution, Butler will check out of the game. Coming back in the lineup will be Jolissa Ross. Sheridan inbound the ball again, claps the ball, baseline left side, bounce pass over to Kolzik on the right block, puts it up, left it up short, hits the rim, rebound controlled by Ross. Ross looking to push it, dribbles to the left side, crosses right to left, hands it off, short corner left side, driving left baseline here is Johnson, lays it up, gets the bucket and the foul over Shaylee Sheridan. And for a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way, for the Wildcats here is going to be Lauren Johnson. So with 1:37 left here in the second quarter, the Tetons trailing 24-15, a 9-0 run here for the Wildcats. Substitution as Aaliyah Provost will check into the ball game. Checking out will be Shaylee Sheridan. First and only opportunity for Lauren Johnson is nothing but nylon. Completing the three-point play for the Wildcats. And now the Wildcats on a 10-0 run. High left wing side, Kawana Diaz dos Santos kicks over to Kolzik on the right wing. Jab stepping, gets over to Provost on the left wing. Thought about a three, doesn't take it though. Over to Kawana Diaz on the left corner. Diaz dos Santos works on screen set by Dubner. And we're going to have a foul call as Dubner was ran over there by number 20, Kate Carlson. That'll be Carlson's first personal foul. Team foul number 3 here for the Wildcats. So with 1:22 left, the Wildcats starting to put pressure on the Tetons here. Williston State's gone cold on the offensive side. And Tetons trail it by 10. Cap on the left wing. Jones with the right hand. Gets over to Kolzik. Kolzik will drive down to the right block. Lays up with the right hand. Off the window and banks on home. Jordan Kolzik stops the bleeding for the Tetons. Williston State down by 8 here. Wildcats with the basketball. 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. Up top, the key Ross gets over to Lauren Johnson for 3 off the back of the horn. Rebound long, ball loose on the ground still. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on the ground on the Wildcats number 3, Lauren Johnson. That'll be her first personal foul. Team foul number 4 here of the second quarter. 25-17 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kawana Diaz dos Santos down low pass to Dubner, off her hand and picked up by Nielsen, and the Wildcats pushing with it. Nielsen on the right wing. She'll slow it down now. Wait for her teammates. Dribble over the left wing, hands it off for 3 on the way for Ross. Left it up short. Rebound long. Controlled by Wooden. Wooden has it deflected out of her hands by Provost and out of bounds near the Teton bench. So high right wing side, inbounding the ball will be Emma Nielsen. 28 seconds on the shot clock, 28.3 seconds on the game clock. And so they can hold on to it for the final shot of the second quarter. And that's exactly what they'll do here. High right wing side, Ross is stoic with it, holding it at waist level. Still holding on to it. 15 seconds left here as the Tetons apply a full court man-to-man pressure. Ross crosses up, but down to the left block, kicks over left corner. Lauren Johnson for three, gets the bucket to go, but a traveling call in the left corner before the shot on Lauren Johnson. So the three will not count, and the Tetons will have the basketball with 7 seconds to go, trailing it here by 8. Inbounding the ball, they get it to Jordan Kolzik at half court. Kolzik will hand it off to Quana Diaz. Dribbles up to the three-point line, fires up a triple, left it up short. Rebound goes out of bounds, and that's how the quarter will end. We're going to the break with the Wildcats with the lead over the Tetons, 25-17. And the Wilson State, or rather the Wildcats, going on a 10-2 run to close out the second quarter and take the lead by 8. 25-17 at the break. We'll be back with the halftime show and stats coming up next for you right here on 660 Keys News Radio and also B92.7 in Wahpeton. We're back in 3 minutes.
Come on out to the floor and play some games. Sponsored by Williston Cooperative Credit Union.
Bang. Crazy.
Also, make sure you get your raffle tickets. See Hunter up by the ticket booth. He's selling raffle tickets for $5 for a chance to win a 16x20 Carson Wentz photograph. All proceeds will go back to Teton Athletics.
Going. Sides.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the halftime show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. The Wilson State Lady Tetons in action, taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats. And the Wildcats going on a 10-2 run to close out the second quarter. The Tetons and Wildcats were all tied up at 15 apiece in that second quarter. We're sitting here at the break. The Tetons trailing by 9, 25-17. And we'll turn first to the halftime stats for the visiting team in Wahpeton. As the Wildcats, Lauren Johnson has 6 points, 1 rebound, and 4 turnovers so far in the half. Also scoring is Nikki Metcalf, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Emma Nielsen with 4 points of her own. Kate Carlson with 4 and 3 rebounds. Abby Johnson, 3 points and 1 rebound. Also with the rebound here today is Justina Butler with 3 rebounds. Leading the way for all scorers here in that fourth quarter was Monique Wooden, as Monique had 8 points and 2 rebounds in the contest so far in that first half, as the Williston State Tetons trailing the Wildcats at the break 25-17. The Williston State Lady Tetons doing a great job to contain the Wildcats in the half-court set, but it's those fast break buckets for the Wildcats. That is the difference here so far, as the Tetons trail it by 9, 25-17 in the first Mondag Conference game. We'll step aside and we'll be back with the Williston State Tetons halftime stats after a word from our sponsors in 4 minutes. Welcome back to the Halftime Show, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We're live here in Williston, North Dakota, with the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science. The Wildcats in the lead at the break, 25-17 over the Lady Tetons. The Tetons did a great job there in the first half to contain the Wildcats' offense in the half-court set, but it was those fast break buckets and quick buckets by the Wildcats to give them that 10-2 run to close out the second quarter and the lead 25-17 at the break. As we turn now to Williston State College, the Lady Tetons halftime stats. Shaylee Sheridan has 1 assist so far in the contest, and she's been quiet on the offensive side. She's averaging 8 points a game for the Tetons, and she has 0 so far. Also scoring here today, Taylor Capel, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Abby Dubner, 4 rebounds of her own. Jordan Kolzik, 2 points and 4 rebounds. And also scoring, it was Louisa Pop with 2 points. And Gabrielle Capasso, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 1 steal in the contest. Leading the way here for the Tetons is Akila Stewart. She has 7 points and 1 rebound, but she also has 3 personal fouls, so she was limited in the minutes there in the first half. She only played 10 minutes and 37 seconds, and she usually averages about 34 minutes a game, so Williston State's starting point guard in foul trouble early. The Tetons shot 22% from the field, and they also just shot just 10% from the three-point line. And from the charity stripe, they did not shoot a single free throw attempt throughout that whole first half. The Tetons are being out-rebounded here, 23-19. The Tetons have 8 offensive rebounds, though, and they turn those into buckets, as Williston State also has 5 assists, 8 turnovers, and 5 steals in the contest. The Williston State Tetons and Wildcats on the court now, warming up, getting ready to go. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with the second half starting up here on 660 Keys News Radio in the Bakken and B92.7 in Wahpeton. We're back in 3 minutes.
Man, craziness. Crazy. Appreciate it, JK.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for Mondac Conference action here in Williston, North Dakota. As the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats with the lead heading into the third quarter, 25-17 over the Tetons. And at the break, the leading scorers, it was with 8 points, is Monique Wooden. She has 8 points and 2 rebounds for the Wildcats. As for the Lady Tetons, the leading scorer is Akila Stewart with 7 points and 1 rebound, and she also has 3 personal fouls in the contest. So Tetons will start off the third quarter with the basketball. They're wearing the white uniforms, black trim, and green righty, going right to left on your radio dial to start things off. Akila Stewart has the ball straight away, crosses right to left, drives down middle lane, right-hand layup, hard off the backboard, off the rim, rebound snatched down by Lee. Lee has it top the key. Back over to the left wing side to Ross. Over to the left wing side, lob down low to Bell. Bell double teamed, trying to pass out of it, but she stepped on the out of bounds line. Or rather, it's going to be a foul down low as she was swarmed by two Teton defenders. That will be against Akila Stewart. So Akila Stewart just picked up her 4th personal foul. Team foul number 1 here in the third quarter. Not what Coach Kyle wanted in the first 20 seconds of action here in the third quarter. But Akila Stewart just picked up her 4th. 25-17 still the Wildcats with the basketball and the lead. Ross gets it to McClough over on the right block. Tries a Euro step, but fouled on the shot as she was going up with the left hand. Taylor Capel came across trying to come up with a block, and Taylor Capel got her arm. That'll be her 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 2 here already in the third quarter. So at the free throw line now, shooting 2 is Metcalf. First one's on the way, nothing but nylon. Knocks it on home. She now has 5 points in the contest. Taylor Capel check out. Checking back in will be Provost. Aaliyah Provost back in the lineup. Second opportunity for Nikki Metcalf, and is good. 2-2 on that trip. And the Tetons down by 10 again. Largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. As Pop drives down to the right block. Right-hand floater bounces up and in. Louisa Pop gets 2 more in the first bucket for the Tetons here in the second half. Williston State back down by 9. Ross gets over to the left side to Bell. Bell down low to Metcalf. Right-hand layup over everything. Rebound Kolzik. And Kolzik had the ball. Metcalf tried to come across and poke the ball out, but she got more arm than basketball. And that'll be a foul on Nikki Metcalf, her 1st personal foul. Team foul number 1 here of the third quarter. So on your American State Bank scoreboard, it reads Wildcats 27, the Tetons 19. Left wing side, Kolzik drives short corner left side. Bell blocks off the corner. Pass up top key to Provost. Provost goes with the left hand right down the middle of the lane. Puts up with the right hand hard off the backboard. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. And a foul is going to be called against the Wildcats. Louisa Pop was battling down low against the Wildcats. And that foul will go against number 3, Lauren Johnson. That'll be her 2nd. Team foul number 2. Kawana Diaz dos Santos should get into Provost. Provost drives down, left-hand layup. It's going to be blocked by Metcalf, and Metcalf will control it. Hands it off to Ross. Ross crosses the timeline at the center circle. Gets it over to Bell. Bell on the right elbow, looking down low. She'll pass out of it. Right wing side to Lauren Johnson. Over to Lee. Lee looking down low for Bell. Picks up a dribble. Ross lobs it down low to Metcalf. Metcalf puts it up hard off the back of the board. Second opportunity off the rim. Rebound Jordan Kolzik. Kolzik will hand it off to Kawana Diaz dos Santos. Dos Santos quickly down the court. Doom down the right wing. Catch him, fires a 3. Off the rim. Rebound on the left block is poked out by Louisa Pop. And we're going to have a foul as Louisa Pop hit the hardwood. She's battling down low. That foul will go against number 3. That foul will actually go against the Tetons' Louisa Pop. So Louisa Pop will pick up her 3rd personal foul, team foul number 3. Tetons thought it was on the Wildcats. It looked like it was off the Wildcats, but it will be on the Tetons' Louisa Pop. Calling on a play with the left hand is Ross, dribbling with the right. Gets over to high right wing side to Lauren Johnson. Lob down low to Bell. Bell keeps it high, puts it up, and finishes high. And Bell gets 2 more points, her first points of the ball game. And the Tetons trail it back by 10, 29-19. Provost on the left wing, kicks it up top the key to Diaz Dos Santos. Dubner on the right wing, she'll drive, short corner right side, puts it up in traffic, hard off the window. Rebound controlled by Ross. Ross over to Lee. Lee working a 2-on-3. Gets over to McCoff over on the left block, lays it up for 2. Off the window and gets it to go. And a timeout taken by Coach Kai Herbal and the Tetons. The largest lead of the game for the Wildcats as they're up 31-19. We're back with more third quarter action after word from our sponsors in 1 minute. Welcome back to Teton Basketball here on 660 Keys News Radio in the Bakken and B92.7 back in Wahpeton as the Williston State Tetons trailing here to the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science at third quarter action, 31-19. It'll be Teton basketball after the timeout. Short corner left side, Pop gets it back over to Provost. Provost back over to Pop in the right corner, fakes the 3, hands it off. Diaz Dos Santos, she'll take the 3. Off the backboard hard. Colzick couldn't get the rebound, and she bats it out of bounds. So we'll be back to Wildcat basketball. On the court for Wilson State, Louisa Pop, Abby Dubner, also Jordan Colzick, Leah Provost, and Kawana Diaz Dos Santos. Ross with the basketball as the Wildcats going left to right on your radio dial here in the second half. Lob inside, they'll pass it back out. Lee for 3 on the left wing. Off the backboard hard, rebound Abby Dubner. Dubner will track it down, hand it off to Diaz Dos Santos. Gets tripped up, ball goes out of bounds. And no foul on the play, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touched here. If anything, it was off Diaz Dos Santos, but they're going to say last touch by Wahpeton and North Dakota State College of Science, and it'll be Teton basketball. So Kawana Diaz Dos Santos ran into Ross. Both players hit the hardwood. No call. Ball went out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Wahpeton. And so we Teton basketball. Ball is inbounded right to the hands of Ross. Ross will go down, laid up with the right hand off the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebound Diaz Dos Santos, but has it poked away by Ross. Ross will have it now for the Wildcats. So back-to-back turnovers by the Tetons. Bell, right hand float in the middle lane. Nothing but net. Bell makes the Tetons play 33-19 as they continue to add to their largest lead. Dubner drives short corner left side, drives all the way down to the right block, has it poked out of her hands and out of bounds. Last touch by Kate Carlson. And it'll be Teton basketball. So Williston State on the offensive side can't get things going as they try to get things going here as Kawana Diaz Dos Santos inbounds the ball. Top the key to Dubner. Dubner works around screen, set by Pop. Gets over to the left elbow. Back up top the key over to Diaz Dos Santos on the right wing. Gets it down low to Pop. Pop on the right block. Euro steps, puts it up, gets it off the backboard. Foul down low. A great move. Can't finish the bucket, but still able to get to the free throw line here as that foul will go against number 20, Kate Carlson, her second, team foul number 3. And Louisa Pop at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is on the way, is in and out. The Williston State Tetons have not shot free throws until this trip to the free throw line here. Substitution, checking out is Ross for the Wildcats. Checking back into the ball game, number 25, Justine Butler. Second opportunity for Pops on the way, bounces out, can't get it to go, so 0-2 on that trip. And the rebound control by the Wildcats and Butler. Butler high left wing side. The Tetons working a man-to-man pressure over the left wing side. Wooden dribbles with the left hand, back up to Butler. Butler over to the right wing side. Johnson up to Butler again as they work it around the perimeter. Left side, Carlson kicks over to Wooden. Left corner three on the way. In and out. Rebound controlled by Carlson. Second opportunity off the rim as well. Rebound loose. Still on the ground. And Tetons and Wildcats all over the hardwood. And they're going to say a jump ball call. Arrow favoring the Wildcats. And so it'll be North Dakota State College's Science basketball. We have a substitution here as Abby Dubner will check out of the ball game. And Gabrielle Capasso for Williston State back in the lineup. Carlson will lob it up to Wooden. Wooden high left wing side, dribble with the right hand in between the two circles. Gets it to Carlson on left elbow. Back up top key to Butler. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Carlson will drive down the left block against Capasso. Puts it up over everything. Rebound Pop. Pop kicks it up to Provost, but out of her reach. She has to track it down into the right corner and out of bounds. And so an outlet pass by Louisa Pop, just a little bit too in front of Provost, and it goes out of bounds. So 33-19, Williston State down by 14 here. Wildcats with the basketball. Butler with it in the front court, gets over the left elbow to Butler, lobs down low as she gets it to Bell. Bell right hand hook shot, left it up short. Rebound Kolzik gets it over to Kawana Diaz dos Santos, the point guard. Diaz dos Santos tell the team slow down, has her pass deflected, thrown away by Wooden. Wooden into the front court, and she's tripped up by Kawana Diaz dos Santos, hits the hardwood, and we got a whistle and a foul. That foul will go against Kawana Diaz dos Santos. And that will be her first personal foul. Team foul number 4 of the third quarter. And a timeout taken on the floor. 4:59 left. We're halfway through the third quarter as the Wildcats with the lead, 33-19. And we'll be back after a word from our sponsors in 1 minute. Welcome back to Region 13 action here in Williston, North Dakota with the Tetons taking on North Dakota State College's Science. The Wildcats from Wahpeton, North Dakota. And it's the Wildcats with the lead, 33-19. And they're currently on an 18-4 run. And stretching all the way back to the second quarter. Here in the third quarter, it's Butler, drives all the way down the left block, puts it up off the backboard, gets her own rebound. Second opportunity off the rim as well. Rebound Carlson on the left block. Her third opportunity is up and in. And 2 more points for the Wildcats as they now lead it at 35-19. As Kawana Diaz dos Santos dribble is tipped and thrown away by Johnson, Lauren Johnson, and gets over to Kate Carlson, and they'll set up the offense. Top of the key, Johnson gets over to the left side. Butler, left corner 3 up on the way, over everything. Rebound controlled by Provost. Provost and the Tetons on the attack. She'll slow it down high left wing side. Lob down low to Capasso, short corner left side. Capasso dribbles it with the right hand, drives down the left block, kicks over to the right corner to Kolzik, off her hands and out of bounds. And they can't control the pass in the right corner. And another turnover by the Tetons. Substitutions here. And checking into the ball game is Emma Ogichida. Also checking into the lineup is number 12, Emma Nielsen. Checking out of the ball game will be number 33, or rather number 4, Bell, and number 3, Lauren Johnson. 35-19, Williston State trailing it here with the Hagen Elementary School kids trying to get behind the Tetons here on the defensive side. Ogatig has the ball, Joe to the left elbow, kicks over to Butler in the left corner. Butler drives short corner left side, but we're going to have a blocking call as she was going body to body with Taylor Capel. short corner left side, and that foul will go against Taylor Capel. That'll be her third personal foul, and that'll be team foul number 5 on the Tetons. So we'll have bonus shots here and the rest of the way out for the Wildcats. And at the free throw line, it will be Justine Butler. First opportunity is on the way, in and out. Justine Butler shooting 38% from the free throw line. Misses that one. We have some substitutions here. Jordan Kolzik and also Aaliyah Provost will check out of the ball game. Checking into the ball game will be Kristen Gould and also Abby Dubner. Kawana Diaz dos Santos also out of the ball game. And into the ball game will be Gabriela Capasso. So at the free throw line, second opportunity, bounces on home for Justine Butler. 1 of 2 on that trip. 36-19. Wilson State trailing it here to North Dakota State College of Science. Dubner's pass to Gould. Off her hand, has to save it back in bounds right to the hands of the Wildcats. Another turnover by the Tetons. Over to the high left wing side, Wooden. Wooden dribbles with the right hand, dribble hand off to Butler. Butler dribbles over to the left to elbow, hands it back off to Ogichida. Ogichida dribbles it over, kicks it over to Nielsen in the right corner for 3 on the way. Left it up short, rebound to Carlson. Second opportunity off the backboard, rebound controlled by Louisa Pop. Over to Dubner. Dubner on the attack, drives all the way down, puts up with the right hand, but we're going to have an offensive foul as she ran right into the setup defender there. And Emma Ogichida and Abby Dubner will pick up her first personal foul, and that'll be team foul number, already met the quota of 5. A timeout taken on the floor. We'll step aside as well. The Tetons trailing it 36-19. We're back with more third quarter action from Williston, North Dakota in 30 seconds.
Listening to Teton Basketball on the This is Shaylee Sheridan from Fay, South Dakota, and you're listening to Teton Basketball on the Teton Radio Network.
36-19, Wilson State trailing the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science here in the Well in Williston, North Dakota. With the basketball, the Wildcats after the timeout. Over on that right elbow is Metcalf, hands it off to Lee. Lee will drive down to the left block, kick it a short corner left side, a long 2 for Ogichida, and knocks it on home. So the Wildcats, right after a timeout, get the bucket to go. Lee pokes it away from Dubner, picked up by Butler. Butler drives all the way down to the right block, lays it up for 2, and gets it to go. So another quick bucket after a turnover. And the Tetons now trailing it here by 21, 40-19. High right wing side, Taylor Capel. Jones with the left hand, sends back, short corner right side, kicks out to Pop. Pop will drive down to the right block, lay it up, hit the hardwood, but no shot. They're going to say on the floor before the shot. That foul will go against the Wildcats. Nielsen, Emma Nielsen, number 12, will pick up her first. Team foul number 4, so no foul shots here. Shaylee Sheridan back in the lineup for the Tetons. And back out will be Gabriela Capasso. And Dubner passes it up top, the key to Shaylee Sheridan, who just checked in. Joseph with the left hand, picks up her dribble over to Dubner. Dubner, high right wing side. Squares up, looking for a screen. Now she'll dribble with the right hand, short corner right side. Pass over to Capel, stolen right to the hands of Butler. And Butler on the attack for the Wildcats. High left wing side, Butler with it. Jones with the right hand, down short corner right side, hands off to Lee. Lee will drive down the left block, pass it over to the left corner to Nielsen. Nielsen, lob down low. It's stolen away by Shaylee Sheridan. Sheridan in the backcourt, looking to push it, working against Butler. Jones with the right hand, and drills it behind her back, gets over to the right elbow, over to Gould for 3, nothing but nylon. Kristen Gould from downtown. The Tetons' only second three-pointer of the ball game. And the Tetons needed that one as they're back within 18 points, 40-22. 1:35 left to go here in the third quarter. on the left wing side. Dribbling it with is Metcalf. She'll hand it off to Ogechta. Back over to Metcalf. Short corner left side. Takes the dribble. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Second opportunity off the window. And she'll get that one. Cleans up her own mess down low. As Nikki Metcalf gets 2 more points for the Wildcats. The Tetons trailing it back down by 20, 42 to 22 as Shaylee Sheridan drove to the teeth of the defense, and Lee just strips it away from her, and then Lee will go coast to coast, lays it up with the right hand on the left side, off the backboard hard, can't get it to go. Rebound Abby Dubner, and a foul on the rebound by the Wildcats. As that foul will go against Ogechta. Ogechta will pick up her second personal foul. Team will meet the quota of 5. So Abby Dubner will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. Wilson State with the turnovers on the offensive side just turns into buckets on the other side for the Wildcats as they extend their lead to 20 here with 1:02 left in the third quarter. Abby Dubner's first one is up, and it rattles on home. Abby Dubner shooting 68% from the free throw line. This is just her first attempt here today. Second opportunity is up on the way for Dubner. Nothing but nylon. 2-2 on that trip. And the Tetons back down by 18. Abby Dubner will check out of the game. Coming back in will be Jordan Kolzik. Butler opened it up. Also Nielsen, Lee, and also in the ball game, Johnson, Abby Johnson in the ball game for the Wildcats. Short corner left side, Nielsen will catch it, put it up off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled by Butler. Second opportunity rolls off the rim. Rebound Louisa Pop, and Louisa Pop has it stripped out of her hands, but they're going to call a jump ball call before the possession was changed over to the Wildcats, and the arrow is favoring Williston State. So it'll be Teton basketball. Tetons in the home white uniforms going right to left. 40 seconds left on the game clock here in the third quarter. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Pop will fake a shot, drive down the right block, laid up with the right hand, rolls off the rim, can't get the bunny to go, gets her own rebound. She tries to pass out of it, but it's tipped and stolen away by Emma Nielsen. Over to Justine Butler. Butler drills with the left hand high, left wing side, 20 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. The Wildcats didn't have an opportunity for the last shot, and that's exactly what the coach, Thomas Dryberg, will call out. Butler on the right wing side, now 5 seconds. Kicks over to the left corner for 3 on the way. Abby Johnson left it up short. Rebound Kolzik, and that's how the third quarter will conclude with the Wildcats taking the largest lead of the game here in the third quarter. We're heading into the fourth quarter. The Tetons down by 18, 42 to 24. We'll be back with the fourth quarter awaiting us in 1 minute.
And they'll offer you great rates and personal service. Stop in and let them help you prepare for a successful ag year at Western Cooperative Credit Union.
Welcome back to Teton Basketball.
For tonight's drawing of a Carson Wentz autograph, 860 by
This is number 13.
The winner will be chosen at halftime in the men's game. Tickets are $5 and they can be purchased up by the ticket booth. See Hunter.
Happy New Year, Kenny.
Welcome back to Teton Basketball. This is number 13, Kristen Gould, and thank you for supporting WSC here on the Teton Radio Network.
We're getting ready to go. Fourth quarter action. The Williston State Tetons will be on the defensive side of things to start things off as the Williston State Tetons trailing North Dakota State College of Science 42 to 24 here in the fourth quarter. And it'll be Wildcat basketball. Left wing side, jab stepping with the right foot, faking the 3 is Ogechta. Now she'll drive down right hand floater off the back of the horn. Rebound Lee, but snatched away by Jordan Kolzik. Kolzik will get it back over to Sheridan. Sheridan, quick outlet to Gould. Gould high left wing side, Joseph with the right hand. Kicks up to Sheridan. Sheridan directing traffic with the left hand, Joe with the right. Over to Kolzik, top of the key. Jab 7 with the left foot. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kolzik has it off of her foot. Lost it. Ball loose on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson, high left wing slide, will slow it down. Get it back over to the point guard, Jalissa Ross, who drives down the middle lane. Right-hand floater off the rim. Gets her own rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Ross will direct traffic, dribble it all the way around the perimeter to the right wing side, hands it off to Lee. Back up top of the key, gets it up for 3 off the back of the horn. Rebound Pop. Pop will get it over to Gould. Gould hand it off to Shaylee Sheridan. Sheridan over on the high left wing side in the front court. Gets it up to Gould. Straight away 3 on the way for Kristen Gould. Nothing but nylon. Kristen Gould, calm, cool, and collected from downtown. And Wilson State trailing it here 42-27. 8:43 left in the game. Lee on the high left wing side, directed traffic with the right hand, dribble with the left. Will hand it off. A long 3 for Nielsen. Rims in and out. Rebound Pop. Pop will get it over to Sheridan. And Sheridan quickly up to Gould. Gould on the left wing. Crosses right to left. Stop and Pop. Short corner side off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped out and controlled here by Ogitchita and the Wildcats. They'll get it up to Nielsen. Nielsen will dribble with the right hand. Bounce pass. Reverse layup to Ross. Right to left. Left it up short though. Not enough English on that one. Rebound controlled by Sheridan. Sheridan dribbles it up. Lost it for a second. Has to pick it back up. Gets over to Taylor Campbell. Short corner left side. Puts it up off the front of the rim. Rebound is controlled by Abby Johnson. And she's hit to the hardwood by Jordan Kolzik. So Kolzik will pick up her second personal foul. And that'll be team foul number 1 here of the fourth quarter. Louisa Pop will check out. Shaylee Sheridan also out of the ball game. Checking back in will be Aaliyah Provost. And also back in the lineup will be Abby Dubner. So Taylor Capel, Kristen Gould, Abby Dubner, Aaliyah Provost, and Jordan Kolzik all in the lineup. Short corner left side, Lee can't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So a turnover on the Wildcats this time, and it'll be Teton basketball. 42-27 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 7:46 left in the game. Provost has the ball, picks up her own dribble, now guarded heavily by Lee. Over to Dubner. Dubner dribbles with the left hand, down the left block, kicks out to Gould on the left wing. Gould jabs him with the right foot. Ross all up in her jersey. Dribbles with the left hand, short corner left side, back up to Dubner. Dubner drives down the middle of the lane, lost the handle. Ball loose on the ground. We're going to have a foul call, as that foul will go against Jolisa Ross. Got caught her hand in the cookie jar. That'll be her first personal foul. Or rather, her second personal foul. Team foul number 1. It'll be Teton basketball inside to Gould. Gould right hand floater, rims in and out. Rebound controlled on the right block by Johnson, Lauren Johnson. Across the timeline at the center logo. Dribble with the right hand on the right wing. Crosses right to left. Gets over the left elbow. Hands it back off to Woodson. Woodson dribbles over to the right elbow. Dribbles out behind the three-point line. Hands it off on the left wing side now to Ross. Ross gets it down low to Lee. Lee reverse layup right to left. Over everything. Rebound. Tried to save it back in bounce here was Lauren Johnson. But her foot was on the out-of-bounds line. And so it'll be Teton basketball. Substitution as Bell will check into the ball game. Also checking back in will be Nikki Metcalf. Checking out here will be Lee. And also out of the ball game, number 22 in Emma Ogitchita. So 42-27, Wilson State trailing North Dakota State College of Science. Fourth quarter action is 6:53 left. The Tetons with the basketball. Gould passes up top, key to Dubner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dubner almost has it poked away. Picks it back up over to Gould, left wing. She'll catch, she'll fire a 3. Left it up short, rebound Kolzik. Back out to Juana Diaz dos Santos. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Provost will drive short corner left side, put it up, blocked down low by Woodson. And Wooden dribbling it, crossing the timeline, is going to be fouled in the backcourt, as that foul will go against Jordan Kolzik. That'll be her third. Team foul number 3 as well here, or team foul number 2 actually, of the fourth quarter. Kolzik will check out with those 3 personal fouls. Gabrielle Capasso back in the lineup. We still have not seen Aaliyah Provost back in the game ever since she picked up her 4th personal foul for the Tetons early on in that third quarter. 42-27, and the Tetons trailing. Down low pass. Metcalf puts up with the right hand off the window and in. 2 more points for the Wildcats. as they now lead at 44-27. Provost three is blocked. Wooden gets the ball on the attack right down Main Street, kicks it short corner right side for Ross, rims in and out, rebound Bell, second opportunity, kept it high and finishes high. Olivia Bell with an offensive rebound and a putback, 46-27. Pass over to goal is stripped away by Johnson, over to Ross, back to Johnson, lays it up for two, and an easy deuce for Lauren Johnson as the Wildcats are starting to pull away here, 48-27, and a foul on the inbounds pass, a holding call. That ball will go against Lauren Johnson, her second, and team foul number 2. Substitutions for the Tetons as Shaylee Sheridan and Akila Stewart back in the lineup. Checking out will be Quana Diaz dos Santos and Aaliyah Provost. Baseline right side, inbounding the ball is Gould. Gould over to Stewart. Stewart across the timeline, high left wing side. She's going to be double teamed. She'll drive all the way down Main Street, though. Kick it over to Sheridan for three in the right corner. On the way, off the rim. Rebound controlled by Ross on the left block. Ross will cross the timeline at the center circle. Pass over to left wing side to Metcalf. Over to right wing side, Lauren Johnson down low to Bell. Bell back out to Johnson for three. Nothing but nylon. Inside, outside, Lauren Johnson says, I'll take care of it. Knocks down the triple. 51-27. Williston State still trailing here to the Wildcats. Tetons with the basketball. Capasso, middle of the lane, right hand floater over Bell. Nothing but net. Gabrielle Capasso. She now has 4 points in the contest, and the Tetons trailing 51-29. Down by 22 here. Lob over to Metcalf on the left elbow. Over to Wooden on the left wing. Jones with the right hand, top of the key. Back to Ross. Works over the right corner. Johnson will drive right baseline. Lob inside to Metcalf. Kept it high. Puts it up. Rims in and out. Rebound Capasso. Capasso over to Gould. Gould on the left wing side. Slows it down. Kicks over to Sheridan. Sheridan on the right wing. Over to Dubner. Dubner in front of the Teton bench. Lob inside to Capasso. Ball loose on the ground. Capasso dives after it. Passes out of it. And passes it right to Jordan Kolzik. But Kolzik is on the Teton bench. And so it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Williston State. We'll take a timeout. The Wildcats with the lead, 51-29. And we'll be back with more fourth quarter action. And the Wildcats will have the ball here on 660 Keys News Radio and on B92.7. We're back in 1 minute.
This is Jordan Kolzik.
Wow.
This is Jordan Kolzik from Glasgow, Montana, and you were listening to Teton Basketball on the Teton Radio Network.
51-29, the Williston State Tetons trailing the Wildcats. Wooden three in the left corner, nothing but net. As the Wildcats are starting to heat up from downtown here in the second half. Sheridan over to the left corner to Capel, back over to Akila Stewart on the left wing. Jabs him with the left foot, gets the middle of the lane, but she's going to be fouled on the drive. As that foul will go against Justine Butler. That'll be her third, team foul number 3. The Tetons now trailing 54-29. Williston State, they can't get anything going here on the offensive side as Pop gets the short corner right side to Capasso over the left wing. Sheridan for three on the way. Shaylee Sheridan off the back of the horn. Rebound Capasso. Capasso spins move, middle lane, left hand layup off the window. Banks on home. Gabriella Capasso gets the offensive rebound and takes it all the way to the teeth of the defense and lays it up for two. 54-31, Williston State trailing the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science with 3:30 left here in the fourth quarter. High left wing side is Butler. June with the right hand. She'll skip pass over to Wooden. Wooden jabs up with the left foot. Kicks into the right corner to Johnson. Johnson back up to Butler. Butler will dribble with the left hand. Runs right into Akila Stewart and a blocking call. And that will be her 5th and final personal foul. So Akila Stewart will have to get checked out of the ball game here. Unfortunately for the Tetons, they were unable to use Akila Stewart all night as she's been in foul trouble throughout most of the ball game. And she'll exit the ball game for the last time. So the Tetons will sub in Kawana Diaz-Dos Santos. Butler in middle lane posting up against Diaz-Dos Santos. Puts up with the right hand off the rim. Rebound Capasso. Capasso working it one-on-one. Goes all the way down middle lane. Lays up with the right hand. Up and in. Gabrielle Capasso showing off the handles as she goes coast to coast for the Tetons. 54-33. Williston State trailing still to the Wildcats. Crossing the timeline is Butler. Dribbles with the right hand over on the right wing side, working against Diaz-Dos Santos. Works around the screen. Butler drives all the way down, gets over to Wooden in the left corner. Doesn't take the three. Dribbles with the right hand. Up top to Keita Bell. Over the right wing side to Lauren Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Wooden. Wooden will dribble with the right hand down the right block. Right hand floater up off the back of the horn. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Actually, we're going to have a foul on the rebound. Boxing out down low was Gabrielle Capasso. And they're going to say over the back violation on Kate Carlson. That will be her 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 4. So one more foul on the Wildcats, and the Tetons will be in bonus for the rest of the way out. 2:35 left in the contest. Substitution as coming into the ball game is going to be number 21, Abby Johnson. And checking out here will be Kate Carlson for the Wildcats. Williston State and down by 21, 54-33. Lob down low to Capasso, but a foul down low. And that foul will go against Olivia Bell. That'll be her 1st. Team foul number 5. And that'll send Gabriella Capasso to the free throw line here to shoot 2. So the Tetons here tonight have only shot 4 free throws, as Gabrielle Capasso will be at the free throw line here to shoot 2 for the Tetons. Trying to get the score underneath a 20-point advantage. First one is off the side of the rim. Can't get it to go. Gabrielle Capasso, usually a good free throw shooter from the free throw line, shooting 82% in the non-conference schedule. She's at the free throw line now, missing on the first one. Second opportunity, gets it from the ref. Bends, lets it fly with the right hand, rims in and out, can't get it to go, but a violation on the Wildcats. So Gabrielle Capasso will get another chance at it. Gabrielle Capasso at the free throw line. First opportunity, couldn't get it. Second opportunity is on the way, in and out. It doesn't matter as she missed that one as well. Rebound gets shouldered by the Wildcats. Butler lost her footing though. Ball loose on the ground. Kawana Diaz-Dos Santos and Butler playing tug of war on the ground. And the possession arrow will favor the Tetons. And we have some substitutions for Williston State. And that'll be checking into the ball game will be Aaliyah Provost. Also checking in will be Macy Kirkledy, and also checking out of the ball game will be Kristen Gould, Shaylee Sheridan, and also Taylor Capel. Nicole Drosdell also in the lineup. Down low pass to Kirkledy, puts it up off the backboard, couldn't get it to go. Rebound loose on the ground. Wooden will pick it up. She'll outlet it into the front court. Over to Johnson, over to Ogacha, puts it up with the right hand off the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Abby Johnson. Back up top, the key to Butler, and the Wildcats will slow it down, set up the offense. Butler will call out a play with the right hand, dribble with the left hand, dribble hand off to Johnson, hands it back off to Lauren Johnson, but lost it and picked up by Provost. Over to Kawana Diaz-Dos Santos, back over to Leah Provost on the right wing to Nicole Drosdell in the right corner. Lob down low to Capasso. Capasso kept it high, but put it down low, and Wooden just steals it away. Wooden kicks it over to Ogacha, gets it into the front court. Lauren Johnson, right hand floater off the rim. Rebound on the left block is controlled by the Wildcats as they try to pass it back out to Butler. Butler couldn't handle the pass as she batted it out of bounds. So it'll be Teton basketball, working it right to left on your radio dial. Provost inbound. She'll get it to Kawana Diaz-Dos Santos. 54-33. Williston State down by 21. Right corner is Drosdell. Drosdell spin move, drive down to the right block, put it up, can't get it to go. Rebound on the left block, and hitting the hardwood here was Wooden. Kirkledy looked to be boxing out against Wooden on the weak side, and that foul will go against the Tetons. Number 3, Macy Kirkledy. That'll be team foul number 4. So one more foul on the Tetons, and the Wildcats will be in bonus. As they inbound the ball to Nielsen. Nielsen will pass the timeline over on the high left wing side. Now angles towards the middle of the lane. She'll hand it off on the right wing for 3 here for Abby Johnson. Nothing but nylon. Abby Johnson, her second three-pointer of the ball game, as she has 6 points for the Wildcats. Wildcats now lead at 57-33. On the left wing side, Provost back over to Quana Diaz. 1 minute to go in the game. Lob down low to Capasso. Almost broken up. Gets it over on the left block. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Second opportunity. Rolls off the rim, but fouled down low on the second opportunity. Over on the left block is Gabriella Capasso, as that foul will go against Monique Wooten. That'll be her first personal foul. And Gabrielle Capasso will go to the free throw line as she was in the act of shooting. She'll be shooting 2. First opportunity for Gabrielle Capasso off the back of the horn. Can't get it to go. So far here today, Gabrielle Capasso is 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Usually shooting 82% from the charity stripe, so an unusual night from the free throw line for Gabrielle Capasso. The second opportunity is up on the way, nothing but nylon, so 102 on that trip. With 53 seconds to go here in the game, Williston State trailing 57-34. High left wing side, Joe with the right hand is Nielsen. She'll hand it back out to Abby Johnson, who dribbles over to Butler. Butler will drive down the right block, laid up with the right hand over everything. Rebound controlled by Emma Nielsen. Back up top of the key. Straight away 3 on the way for Garul off the back of the horn, but rebound controlled underneath the hoop here by Emma Nielsen and the Wildcats. About a 1 second differential shot clock and game clock, and it looks like they'll just dribble it out here, and that's exactly what the Wildcats will do. Abby Johnson has the ball near half court and just yo-yoing the ball back and forth between her left and right hand. 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. As this will conclude it, the Tetons will have, I believe, at least 1 second after the shot clock goes off. And the referees will just call it a game. 57-34 will be the final score here. The Williston State Tetons losing to the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science. The Tetons holding the Wildcats to just 57 points, but the Tetons only putting up 34 points of their own as they lose here in their first conference game. The Tetons are now 4-13 on the season and currently 0-1 in conference play. As for the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science, they are now 11-3 on the season and currently 1-0 in conference play. As we step aside, we'll be back with the post-game show and stats coming up next here on 660 Keys News Radio here in the Bakken and over in Wahpeton on B92.7. We're back in 3 minutes.
We will have the drawing at halftime in the men's game. All proceeds go back to Tetons Athletics.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. The first game of our doubleheader just concluding with the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science. And it was the Wildcats getting the victory 57-34 over the Tetons. A 23-point victory as the Williston State Tetons unable to get things going on the offensive side. The Tetons had their best quarter in the fourth quarter when they scored 10 points in that quarter. Other than that, the third quarter they had 7, second quarter with 9, and first quarter with just 8 points. So the Tetons unable to climb back into it after the Wildcats able to take a big run there to go into the break. And the Tetons lose again. The final score 57-34 as we turn now to the post-game stats for the Wildcats as Lauren Johnson had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 1 steal in the contest. Olivia Bell, 6 points and 4 rebounds. And Nikki Metcalf with 6 rebounds of her own and also 12 points in the contest. Also scoring here today was Monica Wooten with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Tyranny Lee with 4 rebounds of her own. Also scoring here today was Kate Carlson, 6 points and 6 rebounds. Abby Johnson, 6 points and 3 rebounds of her own. Emma Gitchida with 2 points and 1 rebound. Justina Butler with 3 points and 6 rebounds with also 1 assist and 1 turnover and 2 steals for the Wildcats. As a team, the Wildcats shot 31% from the field, 21% from downtown, and 81% from the free throw line. As a team, they had a total of 48 rebounds. They had 20 offensive rebounds here today against the Tetons. They also had a total of 14 assists, 17 turnovers, 3 block shots, and 11 steals in the contest. As North Dakota State College of Science getting the victory here over Williston State. And they now have an 11-3 record and 1-0 in conference play. As for the Tetons, they are now 4-13 overall and 0-1 now in conference play. As we step aside, we'll have more post-game show coming up next for you here on 660 Keys News Radio and also on B92.7 after a word from our sponsors in 4 minutes. Welcome back to the Postgame Show, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. The first game of our doubleheader just concluding with the Williston State Tetons and the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science. And it was the Wildcats defeating the Tetons here in Williston 57-34 for the first game of conference action, as the Williston State Tetons unable to get things going on the offensive side, shooting just 24% from the field and also just 14% from behind the three-point line. And then also from the charity stripe, only shooting 37%. As we turn now to the halftime stat, or post-game stats rather, for Williston State. Shaylee Sheridan, she went scoreless here today, but she also had 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the contest, and 1 rebound. Akila Stewart, she was limited in her minutes. She only played 13 minutes here in today's game, and she's averaging above 30 minutes a game. And with those being in foul trouble throughout the whole game, she was unable to connect on the court for the Tetons. She only had 7 points in today's contest, 11 rebounds, and also 2 steals in the game. But she also fouled out of the game in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes to go. Also scoring here was Taylor Capel, 4 points and 4 rebounds, with also 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 1 steal of her own. Abby Dubner, 2 points and 5 rebounds. Jordan Kolzik, 2 points and 9 rebounds here today. Also scoring was Kristen Gould with 6 points and 1 rebound off the bench. Also scoring is Louisa Pop, 4 points and 6 rebounds. And leading the way for scoring here today for the Tetons is Gabriela Capasso. She had 9 points and 7 rebounds in the contest with 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 1 steal in the game. As a team, the Tetons again shot that 24% from the field, 14% from behind the three-point line, and from the charity stripe, they just went 3 of 8 from the free throw line. As a team, the Tetons, they were out-rebounded here today. They lost the board battle to the Wildcats. The Wildcats had 48 rebounds, the Tetons with 42. As a team, the Tetons also had 7 assists, 18 turnovers in the game to go along with 7 steals. Again, the final score, the Williston State Lady Tetons losing it here 57-34 to North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats. The Tetons now have a record of 14-12 on the season overall and currently 0-1 in conference play. The Wildcats improve to 11-3 overall and currently 1-0 in conference play. As the two teams, the men's basketball teams, are on the court now warming up. The men's basketball team for Williston State on the right side, and also on the left side here in the broadcast booth is the Wildcats in the black uniforms warming up. We'll have the pregame show coming up next for you right here on 660 Keys News Radio and on KBMW B92.7 in 2 minutes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the pregame show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We're getting ready to go for conference action with the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats from Wahpeton, North Dakota. As the Williston State Tetons coming off a loss last Saturday, they faced off against Northwest College, the Trappers, over in Powell, Wyoming. As we were there last Saturday, the Tetons, the men's basketball team, losing 94-93 in overtime. It was a nail-biting finish all the way down to the last possession, but the Williston State Tetons coming up 1 point short, losing in OT to Northwest College 94-93. Leading the way was James Jones Jr. He had 21 points and 7 rebounds in that contest. The Williston State men's basketball team, they're currently 7-8 on this season. First time with a losing record all season long. They're currently 3-3 here at home. And starting off conference play, both teams are both 0-0 to start off conference play. The Wildcats coming in today with a 6-game winning streak, as they are 14-2 on the season and currently a perfect 2-0 on true away test games. Their last game was also last Saturday, and they won that one 81-73 on the shoulders of Gotch with 19 points. And also scoring in that ball game was Noble Cooper with a 17 points for the Wildcats from North Dakota State College of Science. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to sit down with Coach Riley Hernandez, the third-year head coach for the Williston State men's basketball team, to discuss the 1 point loss to Northwest College last Saturday, and also what his team will have to do here today, facing off against the Wahpeton Wildcats for the second time this season. As we'll step aside, we'll be back with that interview after a word from our sponsors in 1 minute.
Off against Northwest College, the Trappers.
Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. The Williston State Tetons are taking on North Dakota State College of Science, the Wildcats, for a conference action, the first game of the Mondac Conference here in Williston, North Dakota. The last time these two teams faced off, it was actually earlier this season, with the Williston State Tetons taking on North Dakota State College of Science in